So anyways, you guys, so I really don't know how to begin this video, you guys. And so anyways, you guys, so I just realized about the whole fact that being in a relationship has become toxic. And let me explain to you why that being in a relationship has become toxic for me. First of all, I met this guy like over the past couple months now, since joining the summer. It was like the month before my birthday, like in the month of July. And of course, his name is Matthew, off through a dating app. It was called like Random Chat and stuff like that. It was like a pink and white dating app, the one I used to use. But I'm not using any sort of dating apps anymore because I realize it's not really good for your mental health. And not just that, you can put your life seriously at risk. I heard the whole fact that if you use this most dangerous app like that, which is called Tinder, you can get arrested by the police. I never used Tinder, which was quite good for me, but at the same time, I feel like me being in a relationship with Matthew has become toxic, and I've seen his true colors. And let me explain to you why this has become toxic. I noticed the fact that he's been making fun of the way I look, such as my hairstyle and stuff like that, and I wasn't really okay with that. And he made fun of my food choices and my lifestyle choices and stuff because I don't want the same stuff as him. Like, for an example, in real life, I don't really want to have kids in real life. In reality, I don't want to have kids at all. And I had to really sit down with a lot of my family members. So first of all, I spoken with my mom about this, including with my dad and my one brother named Ezekiel, including with the rest of my three sisters. So I had to talk with Destiny, and I had to talk with Candace, and I also talked to Lori about the fact that I'm not having kids. I've spoken to a lot of my siblings. And even though that my grandmother's not there, she'll always support my decision too, even if she's not around. My grandmother will always support my decisions. And my whole family does love me very much. And I feel very emotionally sick, and I feel like I'm about to cry right now. And that's the reason why I'm just in a lot of pain. This guy keeps on harassing me over a text constantly about the whole fact that, about me becoming a mother. And I even told him straight up, I don't want to be a mother. I'm not making the same choices as you. I don't want to have kids. And if you want to find another woman that wants to have kids, that's incredibly okay to find another woman. And I don't really care at this point. Because I thought we were good friends, and he keeps projecting onto me, he's been gaslighting me. It's a form of control about having kids. I don't want the same stuff as him. I don't want to make the same decision as him. And I'm just saying, I'm not 100% sure if I want to marry this guy if he's gonna keep disrespecting me like that. I keep carrying a lot of emotional baggage, carrying those type of stones. Every single time he apologizes for the stuff that he keeps doing, he keeps stepping on my toes. So he purposely does it every day. And he likes to fight with me over a text every single day. I'm getting really sick and tired of this. It's an emotional thing to feel. I keep telling myself, this is exactly why I call myself Rose, for a lot of reasons, because I do feel like a flower and stuff like that. I decided to abandon my old birth name, which was given to me by my parents, which actually used to be called Rokisha. I didn't like how that name was pronounced, and I felt like that name never really suited me at all when I looked in the mirror. But the most important part is I had to comfort myself, hey, hey Rose, it's okay if you don't want to have kids. Hey Shalika, it's okay. It's really fine. it doesn't make me a bad person because I say I don't want to be a mother. I specifically said that, like, and he doesn't fully understand. I said it in English. He thinks I'm speaking another language, like I'm speaking French, or I'm speaking German, or Spanish, Chinese, or Japanese. I'm not speaking any of those other languages. I'm only speaking English. I said it loud and clear enough. I said I don't want kids. And I wrote that on my other YouTube comments, like on my other channel, the fact that I said I specifically said I don't have a desire about becoming a mom. And just because like my older sister has kids, which are my 3 lovely nephews and my 1 beautiful lovely niece I have, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to become a mother. I choose to be a loving aunt, and I also choose to be a loving godmother towards the rest of my friends that already has kids. I'm not having kids on my own. I'm not looking forward to becoming pregnant, and I don't want to adopt either, and it's not selfish. I don't want to adopt any of the kids. I already told him I'm not doing any of those things. And to be quite honest, like, and he was always making a lot of inappropriate comments about my lifestyle choices, the way I eat and stuff. Like, he's disrespectful, and he bosses me around like though like he's my father. The last time I checked, he doesn't have my father's name. Like, when I brought my cell phone through his workplace, my dad said it clearly enough that he needs to be more gentle and mindful towards me. He hasn't been nice and gentle, and he's toxic. And I don't want to stay in this type of relationship with a Christian person who's toxic. And I'm an agnostic type of person who doesn't behave that way. Like, even though I'm not a Christian, but I did grow up with a couple of my other family members who's also Catholic. And I do have a stepmom, and she's very supportive to me. If I were to tell her about this, about the whole situation, she wouldn't be happy about it, which is my old high school teacher who has become my stepmom. Her name is Megan, and I do call her by her first name, referring as Megan, like my stepmom. And even too, like, my stepsister's gonna support my decision too, even though she's young. She doesn't fully understand yet. Like, she's 13 years younger than me, including with my stepdad. Everybody's gonna support my decision. Everyone is. Everyone's gonna be on the same page. Everybody's gonna be on my side, and everyone is always gonna have my back. Even if I don't have kids, my mom's gonna always support my decision. I even told her I'm never gonna have kids at all in my life. And I choose to be a loving aunt, and I also choose to be a godmother. It's like these other children are gonna be the parts of my life. I can't physically have kids on my own. I'm not raising a child for 18 years. And because I don't like kids, they cry too much, and not just that. I do find kids, they jump up and down very crazily and stuff like that. Like, I do find that I'm not looking for the potty training a child or chasing after a child. I'm not cleaning up after no child or calling a police on no missing child. And I said, I'm not looking forward of doing that. I don't need to apologize for making my own choices. And I do see myself dressing myself as Cinderella. I'm going to use the money to provide for myself. I don't care if it's selfish, just because I want to provide for myself and that sort of type of things, you guys. And so anyways, you guys, so if you did find this video very helpful, please like, please subscribe, and please leave a comment below. And so anyways, you guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I love you. Bye.